Alright, this video I'm going to show you how to remove oxygen sensors for M35, the M series Infinitis. Okay, first things first, the dealership wants 900. You can go to an auto store and get you some Densos. I spent a little less than 600 bucks. You can go online. There are some stores claiming that they sell OEM oxygen sensors. I tried this route because of the cheaper route, but those sensors were junk. The car ran terribly. All right, let's talk about some things you're gonna need. First off, safety first. You do need a pair of safety glasses because once you get under the car, there's all types of stuff that could get in your eyes. It happened to me already. Next, get yourself a pair of gloves, 10mm socket wrench, oxygen sensor sockets. What makes these so special is that it has this slit right here that will allow you to turn the oxygen sensor with the wire still connected. You can get this from any auto parts store. It's actually free. They take like a $30 deposit. When you return it, get your money back. The next thing you're gonna need is a set of ramps. Please believe it, these things are worth it. If you try to do it with a jack, you're gonna be miserable. Just letting you know. There are some things you have to remove to do this job. This has to come off, that has to come off, this as well as that, as well as this. All of that has to come off. Use your 10mm socket wrench to get it off. Okay, as you can tell, I've already started removing some of the parts and pieces. Okay, now that I have everything removed, that's actually one of the connectors for the upstream driver's side oxygen sensor. Looks a whole lot different with that stuff out the way, doesn't it? All right, now that I'm on the passenger side, there's another connector. And there it is right there. And now that we have that stuff off, you will, let me see, last time you're gonna have to remove this and that just to be able to get your fingers to it to actually take that off right there. All right, now I'm actually underneath the car. I'm underneath the car, and this right here, I can barely point to it, but that right there, that's the upstream oxygen sensor. All right, it's gonna go through the first catalytic converter, and if I can focus in on it, I do apologize, doing this with a cell phone. If I come down a little bit, that's my downstream oxygen sensor. So you're gonna hear common terminology where they're gonna say, do you want the upstream oxygen sensor? My little flashlight, oh, it's a better shot. That's your upstream. This right there is your downstream. This is a connector for it. Oh gosh, I'm trying to get a good view, but that's your connector for the downstreams. Earlier I showed you the connectors for the upstreams. The downstreams are a whole lot easier to replace because everything is like right here within arm's length. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. There's actually like a plastic cover underneath the car. I've already taken it off using that 10mm socket that I showed you guys earlier. It's just too hard to try to show you guys while being cramped underneath this car. All right, that right there that my flashlight's pointing at, that right there is your upstream oxygen sensor. And after you go through the catalytic converter, here you have the downstream oxygen sensor. Okay, so now's where we get that special tool out that I showed you guys. All right, y'all. As you can see, I got my gloves on. I got the special tool. You take the tool, You get it through the wire. And now it's on top of the oxygen sensor. So I pushed the wire through that little slit. I got the tool in there. Or should I say the oxygen sensor socket. I'm going to put the 1/4 inch drive through the tool. This is actually a very simple job. The dealership will probably charge you like $400 for labor, maybe $300 if you're lucky. Got the first turn. See how easy that is? Take it off. Come over here, disconnect the oxygen sensor. I should have did that first, my apologies. Another thing I should have mentioned, if I haven't done it already, is you got to push that down or push that in order to get the connector off.